New podcasts, new videos, new things to put out, and some new material. We love every single one of you that joins us for these, and appreciate you that stick along with us. We're learning as we go. We're learning how to do this better, how to make it better, and have more fun, and make it fun for you listening. God, Hayden over here does all the editing, does all the hard work behind the scenes, takes a verbal beating from me 24/7, not just when we're videotaping and recording. I beat him verbally every single day.
You threatened to beat me physically, too.
Or I will murder him.
There it is.
Feeling healthy. Kidney's out. Kidney was not out the last time we recorded. Last time recorded, I was getting ready to go in, remember?
Yeah, we should explain. We bank episodes because I travel out here once a month. So we get a whole bunch of episodes together and we release them for about 3 or 4 weeks. And we come back and we record new ones. So yeah, you're right. Last time we recorded, you didn't go to the hospital yet.
That's the most intelligent thing you've ever said on the podcast, though. You know that, right? Slowly but surely, boys learning. It's what I just said a minute ago, right? You're either learning or you're dying, and I'm one of those. I got to learn too. And on the way to the hospital, man, we had to teach a lesson then too, huh? Remember that? Driving's a tough part in the world, isn't it? To be good at it, to be bad at it. What do you do when somebody does something bad to you when they're driving?
Yeah, I'd say something like lick my butthole or something like that.
Why would you say that?
Sorry.
Didn't I just say a family show and you're gonna drop that? That's disgusting. I mean, do you pay people to do that for you? Is that what
to
you
lick
and your
my
friends?
butthole?
I don't want to hear about you and your truckers, dude. Nope, done. 0. My bad. I brought him into it. I accept responsibility for that. Yeah, I thought he was gonna behave and speak intelligently. He said that first thing that was pretty good, and then nope. My bad. Never again. No, there was someone that we were driving to the hospital, and lots of traffic on the intersections. We're pretty close, downtown Charlotte. Remember, wasn't it like a bright yellow Prius?
Mm-hmm.
Some stupid electric thing. Driving to like save the planet and coexist bumper sticker. Stupid broad parks right in the middle of the intersection and blocks me off as I'm racing to the surgery to get my kidney out, near death. You know, I had 7 minutes to get to the hospital or I would have died. And she parked her Prius right in front of me. Made me read her stupid coexist bumper sticker because she was turning left. And sure enough, she turned left and parked right in front of us to where we couldn't go in our Larton green because she's an asshole. I mean, there's no other way to put it. She thought her life was more important than everybody else's and that she was going to block the intersection because she didn't care. She didn't care that we were going to the hospital to get my kidney removed. You know, maybe my mission was a little bit more important than hers. I did what everybody should do in that situation. And I laid on the horn for at least it was a good 45 seconds. It's a long time. The whole time. And she couldn't move her car. She couldn't go forward. She couldn't go backwards. She kept throwing her hands up and saying she was sorry. But the truth is she wasn't sorry. She was just sorry that I was honking at her. That's all. People just suck in general, though.
It was funny because your sister was with us, and she's like a really sweet lady. And then she just looks over, and you're just, veins popping out of your head, just pushing on the horn.
I wasn't even really mad, though. It was more fun. And once I started, I wasn't letting go. I mean, once I let the horn go for about 5 seconds, there's no stopping at that point.
Well, the funny thing was you did say it right before you did it. You're like, if this lady blocks the intersection, I'm going to like literally beat my horn for a minute.
The whole time?
Yeah. It was so funny. But yeah, she was freaking out, dude. And to your point, maybe she'll think about it next time.
I don't think she'll block another intersection.
Yeah.
You never know. But people need to be called out, man. Like back in the day, you used to get to hit people that did stuff like that. Now you can't because you have to go to court. I mean, if you could just punch someone in the face for doing stupid shit and give them like $200 and then just walk away, I'm down with that. That's okay. It's the whole court thing, you know? You got to go to court, and then you got to waste a day of work.
You got to get a tie.
Go in there, and you got to act like you're tired or you're remorseful. You're not remorseful. You know, you got to be like, I'm sorry I punched him in the face.
Was it not?
But you're not really sorry because you just have to say that. And then they're like, okay, now you got to pay $200 and you got to pay court costs, blah, 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 blah. But you can't do that when you're driving a car. 'Cause you can't jump out and punch somebody in the mouth. Sure as heck couldn't punch that 25-year-old girl in the mouth that was driving her stupid bright yellow car. She wouldn't have done that if I was walking down a hallway. She would have made a big deal. Get out of the way for the wheelchair guy. Wheelchair coming through. I'm a hippie. I love everybody. Coexist. So a lot of the stuff we're talking about is at the doctor's office because I've had to spend time at the doctor's office. I went to my surgeon last follow-up meeting just last week, and it's a really busy parking garage. And I went to the appointment, and I got lucky. I got one of the 2 handicap spots right by the entrance. Some dude I saw, he backed into the other handicap spot, like the one that was right next to the door, as close as you can possibly get to the entrance, man. Like the best parking spot. But he gets out. He's like 25 years old, no placard, nothing, and just starts walking away from the car into the doctor's office. And me being me, I checked the back of his car. There was no wheelchair thing on the back of his license plate. So I called him out. Said, yo, where's your placard, dude? He's like, oh, my mom, blah, blah. And I was like, put your placard up, dude. He got mad quick. He started calling me a bitch-ass N-word.
Nebraska?
Yeah. And like somehow it was my fault. I was like, F you. You're the one that can't walk an extra 50 feet. And then I wasn't even making a big deal, dude. All he had to do was get in his car and drive away and go park somewhere else, right? Like I called him out on shit. He got caught. He's like, I don't even care if you're in a wheelchair. It's like, what are you going to do? Like, hit me. I didn't really want him to hit me. He drove a Toyota Corolla. It's not like I could have sued him for any money. I would have just got a black eye and he would have went to jail. Which he probably should have. But still, I didn't really care about that. But I do care about the parking spot, you know? It's bullshit. Don't park there. Because he's lazy, right? He was kind of fat too, you know? So I don't feel bad about calling him out on shit. And then I got in my car and I drove away. He was waiting for me across the way in a parking lot, chased my van down, and threw a cup of ice at me. My van's all scratched up anyways. And the ice melted. And I blame his parents. I blame the people. I blame his neighbors. I blame everybody that's around him growing up that they didn't kick his ass. Anybody that lives in Charlotte, you need to do better. Because you guys suck. It's the worst city I've ever been in the United States about handicap spots and places. And you go to Europe, dude, they don't ever park in handicap spots. That shit is open. Like, it is used for people that are in wheelchairs or people that need it. People that are able-bodied, they don't even go near it. It's amazing to me. It's so much more respectful. Accessible restrooms, forget about it, dude. They don't even go in there. Always open. It's just, I don't know. It's a respect thing. I mean, I can't harp on it. Whatever. It is what it is. I'm a kind driver. I park well, and like I won't park in the middle of an intersection when my light turns red. It's not rocket science. You know that light's about to turn red. She knew. She pulled out there anyways, hoping that some pussy was going to be there, not honking the horn at her for a minute and a half. Well, she lost that gamble because it was me, and it was funny to me.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny for her.
Do you kind of make a point where do you think people look at the world too analytical these days? People just as numbers? Like you think about like on the road with traffic and everything, it's just like, oh, no. These aren't even people. These are just numbers. I'm getting to wherever I want to go. You know, it's just all about me kind of thing.
I think it's always been like that.
Well, I don't know. It's just like you look, you know, the Hawk Tuah girl? Like the only reason she's famous really is because she's famous.
No, she's got famous because she's hot and she talked about giving a guy a great blowjob.
True, but I guess what I'm trying to say is like Shaq had her on her podcast and all these celebrities are doing things with her.
Because she's hot. But I don't think that, I think that chick in general, she didn't do that to get famous. She was halfway lit up. Somebody asked her a question. She answered it honestly. The video blew up. I mean, I can't even say she answered it. I mean, she answered it in an honest, funny way, and the video blew up. Partly, I say good on her, because you know what? At least she was being herself.
Yeah. I'm not hating on her in any way.
So, I mean, too many people... I think the world is left in a worse way because there's so many people out there that will try to emulate what she did. and what happened with that, and then we'll take it 100 times further. That to me is disgusting. That to me is the problem, because those people will do absolutely anything to get followers, anything to get views, likes, whatever. It's not so much her, it's the people that try to emulate and recreate that and take it further. These other guys, I mean, there's a guy over in England that got arrested because he threw a bag of shit and piss on some lady in a McDonald's. That's horrible. It's horrid. But he did it because he wanted to get famous and he wanted to get views and a prank. It's not a prank, dude. That's a drag you out in the street and beat you until your teeth fall out. Literally. Like Old West times, you take the butt of a pistol and you just beat the kid until he's spitting teeth. Imagine if that was your mom, dude, or your grandma, and somebody threw a bunch of feces on her. I don't know about you, but I beat him till my hand's broken and then use the other hand. And so, yeah, people look at things at numbers. And I think they look at things where they don't get called out for doing crappy stuff to other people. And so they just do it again and again and again. Everybody's probably stolen in their life, right? Like everybody tries to steal once. I did. You know, I shoplifted a few times. In fact, when I was, 7th grade, when I moved to South Dakota. And I didn't know how to make friends. And so it was a couple of these kids that rode the bus would go to the convenience store and steal candy. And so they took me with them one day, and I stole some gum, and they thought I was cool. So I was like, sweet, now I got friends. And so I stole more gum. And then one day I got caught stealing fucking bubble tape, dude. You know what that is?
Another word for gum?
Yeah, pretty much. It's a plastic gum container. It looks like a tape measure, and you pull. It's got 6 pieces of gum in there, bubble tape, right?
Yep. Hubba bubba.
Yeah, but I got caught stealing it, and I had it in my inside pocket. And luckily, I shouldn't even say luckily because I got caught. But I bought one the day before, right? And so the next day I went in, I didn't have any money, so I stole it. So when they made me pull it out of my pocket, 'cause some dude caught me, I tried to tell him that it was the one that I bought the day before, right? They knew I was full of shit. I knew I was full of shit. But they just told me I couldn't, not to come back in the store anymore, right? But I felt like I was this tall. Like, that was the worst feeling I've ever had. That 30 seconds of them yelling at me and knowing that I was a thief and knowing that I got caught stealing, it sucked. And that was it. That was the end of my stealing career. Never again. Stop stealing. I didn't care about those kids. Those other kids, they still went and did it, but I made different friends. And that was that. But I got called out. Some people don't get called out. Or when they do, they don't care about that crappy feeling that you get on the inside. They have no conscience. That's why that dude got all pissed off at me. Because the inside voice told him he was wrong, and it made him feel bad. But instead of him feeling bad and fixing himself, he took it out on me. Threw a cup of ice at me. In fact, instead of listening to it and changing himself, it was easier for him to blow up in anger at me. And this is something that an inmate said. A guy, I believe he life term, a life inmate. And he said, I can't change the thing I did, but I can change the man that did it. And it doesn't get any truer than that. I can't change the thing I did, but I can change the man that did it. People that don't listen to that voice and don't get called out on their stuff, they keep doing it. They keep doing that thing. They keep shoplifting, and a little shoplifting here and a little shoplifting there. It's not that big a deal at the beginning, but it keeps going. And then you steal something bigger, and then you steal something a little bigger, and then you get caught, and then you get out of jail, or you get put on probation, but then you steal something else, you go back on probation, and the courts get tired of you, and they start to see you again and again, and it's a path, and it gets to be your choice. So there's your answer to your question. Hawk Tua girl. I mean, come on, dude.
Yeah,
she's pretty hot.
Yeah, she is hot. She's got a southern accent, too. You see that she went on Shaq's podcast? Shaq was like, I want to shit suck my dick.
Is that what he said?
No.
It's a family show. Shut up, dude. You can't go more than 5 seconds without saying something that's inappropriate. Is that what Shaq said? Huh? Shaq's
no, but it's
man?
definitely what he was,
No, Not what he was thinking.
Yeah, it was. Come on.
You think Shaq really needs her?
It doesn't need her. Just a little sloppy doppy. That's what he's thinking.
Come on. Yeah. Sloppy doppy with Shaq. Is that what you think about? Oh, Shaq-a-rooney, huh?
Shaq-a-rooney.
Yeah. His dick is probably as big as you are.
He loves the hog to a girl.
Who doesn't, dude?
Fucking shout out.
Why would you bring him into this? Think his old lady wants to hear about that, you dumbass?
Yeah, she's
you got any other marriages you want to break up? Oh, hey, my friend Brian, who's married to Charlotte, he loves hookers. Yeah. Sorry for Brian and Charlotte to break up your marriage, but, it will get us 7 more views. Anything for a view, right there, buddy? Anything for a view.
Sorry,
Let's
Rhino.
leave everyone's name out of it. So shut up. Hey, I'm just going to say this right now. FknBucky here. Appreciate every single one of you. Thank you for listening. Hopefully entertain you a little bit. And we try to do it with a little bit of class, a little bit of brass, and a whole lot of fucking truth. FknBucky.